Luke chapter 10, verse 29. An expert in the law wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbour?"
Good evening and welcome to our talk for this evening. That verse you've just heard comes at the start of perhaps one of the most famous parables that Jesus ever taught, the parable of the Good Samaritan. And for those of you who have read that passage from Luke's Gospel, you may realise that at one point in the parable, the priest and the Levite socially distance themselves from the man who has been attacked. They walk past on the other side. Whether they kept apart 2 metres or 6 feet or not, we simply don't know. But we do know that they passed by on the other side. Whereas by comparison, the Samaritan came alongside the man, bandaged up his wounds, put him on his donkey, and brought him to the inn. Isn't it ironic that in today's world where we are at the moment, the priest and the Levi would have been complimented and commended for staying distant, whereas the Samaritan would have been condemned. In the situation we find ourselves at the moment, we as people must follow the advice of the health professionals and to stay physically distant from everyone. Social distance is the order of the day. But although we must socially distance ourselves physically, we must never, ever socially distance ourselves spiritually. We must draw close to one another in love, in prayer, in faith. We mustn't socially distance ourselves from God. We must continue to pray to Him, to ask for His guidance, and to be with us at this time. Although our churches in our parish are now closed physically, nevertheless, things are still happening in the world of Facebook and on our webpage and on social media. And so can I encourage you all to please keep an eye on all of these things so that we can keep you up to date with what is happening in our parish. For the foreseeable future, we must learn how to do church in a very different way. And we will find new and creative ways of doing that. So please keep in touch. Please keep the distance between your neighbours physically. But please love them. Pray for them in the days that lie ahead. Thank you.